You close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing?
Everybody, this is the third time I'm filming this, sadly, because, let's see, the first one, I messed up. The second one, I realized that my TV, which is right where my camera is leaning against, was too loud, so I was gonna go edit, and yeah, hold on, I'm gonna let my cat in. Anyways, so, last year, and you saw that I did a 2014 reflection of that year, and I'm gonna do the same thing. So I'm going to reflect on 2015 for me, because I tell you, it was pretty dope. It was pretty good. So let's start off in February. And around Valentine's Day, I had a week off from school. We call it February break. We ended up going to Pompeii, which it was really cool to see Pompeii, the old Pompeii, like where the volcano is and everything. Devastating what happened, but really dope to see. And then I also saw the Leaning Tower of Pisa, which is something I've wanted to see for years, and I finally got to see it. So if I can figure it out, I'll show a picture here somewhere. But it was really, really cool, and I absolutely loved it. Then also after break, I was in the musical. The musical was Your Good Man, Charlie Brown, and I had a smaller role, but I mean, I had so much fun. I wanted to do it again. So I'm in this year's musical, and I have a bigger part, and I can't wait to reflect on that. So let's see, that's February. Outside school team for soccer, and I was all ready to go and to go to practice. I had my uniform on for the very first time. I was all excited, and I ended up hurting my finger. I did hurt my finger. Ended up going to the hospital. If you want to hear that story, how I hurt this finger, almost needed stitches, I'll leave a link below, and you can go check out what happened to my finger, because it's pretty insane, intense, so gross. And then later on, I went to Tallinn, Estonia for the Friendly Olympics for my school, and I did 200-meter run, 800-meter run, relay race, long jump, and shot put for track and field events. And then for team events, I did basketball and volleyball. Volleyball, I ended up falling on my finger, on this finger, which would be the second time of 2015 that I hurt it. And I was diving for a ball, and my finger was like this, and I landed on with my weight. So I kept playing. I totally ignored that. Into the second set, I kept playing. My finger was swollen. Our coach asked us, like, does anybody need to be subbed out? And I was like, I do. And I told him. At that point, I started crying because it hurt. It was swollen. And one of my teammates later on, he was like, I can't believe you kept playing, because it was swollen. And yeah. So at that point, I had this finger and this finger wrapped. So, yeah. So that was my March. Next month, I had something big come up. Was in May. I went to Belgrade, Serbia, for the high school girls. Yep. And then our last practice, we had enough girls to make 2 teams. So there was my team, and then the other team, which had most of my classmates on it. The 11th graders, the juniors, wanted me on their team. A freshman. I was like, oh my god. They wanted me, a freshman. So that just, and they were pretty good. So they're 2 years older than me, so that's pretty cool. And then later that month was the European men's beach volleyball championship, which was down the street from me on the beach. It was great to see that. Latvia got 3rd place, then France got 2nd, and Italy got 1st. Great experience. I had so much fun. I wish it would happen again, because it was insane. After May comes June, which I turned 15. So at the end of that week, I had a birthday party. Here it's like sports themed kind of thing. Like we had different games. We had volleyball. When going down to the beach, we pretty much swam in our clothes because the water was warm for once. So much fun. Finished my freshman year of high school, and then after that, I had a week off before slash to get ready to go to America for 6 weeks. So I was there for 6 weeks for camp, which goes into my next point. This point was camp, which is Guided Steps of Vast Vid School, which depending on which day you have 3 to 4 classes of like classwork all in Latvian, and the rest of the day is just camp stuff. It was G50, which was celebrating and them turning 50 years old. I made so many friends. I still talk to nowadays. Wait to see them again. And then also 4-2, which is the big volleyball weekend, which I got to participate in. So much fun. Can't wait to do it again. Getting there though was interesting. My mom and I flew from Riga to Copenhagen. Initially had a 5-hour layover. Got there, they said, "Oh yeah, there's something wrong with the plane." I'm like, okay. So that was another 4-hour wait. So we were there for 9 hours. Once the plane got here, and it was like, we're waiting, about to take off, and they're like, yeah, there's something wrong with the brakes. And I'm like, oh jeez. Yeah, we're gonna get somebody. Yeah, right. We're gonna get somebody to check it out, and if not, we might go back to the gate. We ended up going back to the gate. We sat on the plane for an hour. So altogether, I was in Copenhagen for 10 hours. Not the way I wanted to start my summer. Let alone, I also got a cold that week before I left. So, and coming home, I went from Chicago, and Copenhagen was to Chicago. Getting back, I went from Chicago to Stockholm by myself. My mom met me in Stockholm, and we took the ferry back from there to Riga. So it was a lot of fun. My hair is insane today. Oh my god. Let's just leave it there. So, then August comes around. I had less than 10 days to get ready for school for starting 10th grade. I am now a sophomore, 10th grade. This year we have a lot of things going on. We have personal project, which is a project you work on for 6 months, and that's what I've been working on constantly. It is more stressful than I thought it would be. So, bear with me with the videos. That's probably why I haven't. But so there's that. In November, I went to Bulgaria, Sofia, for the high school girls soccer tournament. It was so much fun. We did so much better this year than we did last year. We ended up having an extra player. We had 13 people travel. It was beautiful. The weather was so nice there. And we ended up, technically, we got last place, but we tied for 5th place because we went to penalty shots. So, and I made my penalty shot. I ended up getting 3 goals altogether. Great experience. Had a blast. And, yeah, there's that. That was my November. And then Christmas. I had a great Christmas. I will link below the stuff I got for Christmas if you want to check that out. So, yeah. This year was a lot more better. Okay, so this video is kind of getting long, so I am going to cut this off, and I am going to make another video about 2015 goals, and if I accomplish them or not, and then what I'm planning on doing this year. So go check that out. I'll leave that in, like, all the links I mentioned will be below. Go check that out. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.